we are going to be checking out all the brand new train classes on Dead Rails. Let's get right into this. So in this update, they made it so you can actually modify your train, and they added 3 classes. So right here, we have our default train, which everyone knows, but they added 3 different ones. So first off, they have the cattle car, which basically is a wooden box with 3 entrances and a roof, which is pretty cool. So this basically adds a little bit more protection, which overall, I would say is pretty nice. And then we have the Gold Rush one right here, which is the same as the regular train, but just golden, so you can flex on other players in the lobby. And then finally, we have the armored train right here. So this one is absolutely crazy. So as we can see, it's fully covered in like the metal plating, and it also has turrets right there on the ends. But the downside is it's slow and it uses fuel at a faster rate than the default train. But anyway, we're gonna take a look at all of these, but let's get start off with the cattle car. So let's go and buy 225 bonds, and there we go. We're now in the game, and there's our cattle car right there. So as we can see, it is like fully covered. This is actually pretty nice, and it also has a little thing on the roof, so we can easily access up here as well. And to be honest, this might be the best one because we haven't tested out the others just yet. But the golden one is pretty much useless just because like the train is golden, like that's the only difference. And then the armored one, it's slow and it uses more fuel, but it is highly protected. But I mean, this right here is pretty protected itself. But anyway, let's go and buy some coal and let's try this out. Let's see how good it is against the outlaws, just because I have a feeling that's not gonna be too good. Also, I think they did add something in this update where bullets can like kind of go through wood now, so we'll see how that turns out. Which, speaking of outlaws, there's some right there, so let's go and stand right here and let's see how well this protects us from them. So there we go, they're like right behind us right now, and as we see, they can't even shoot us, and this is actually working super well. We can actually probably walk up to them with our shovel and then just smack them, and look at that. All right, this thing is actually working amazingly, and there we go, we just wiped out that one as well. Let's just jump out here and quickly kill these ones, and oh, never mind. Well, actually, they're like not even shooting us right now. Here, let's go and hop on the horse, and are they broken? And yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I guess they might be broken right now because they aren't even shooting at us. And yeah, I'm just gonna go and say they're broken because for some reason they weren't shooting at us at all, so that's probably still being fixed. But anyway, this cattle train right here actually seems super nice because you don't even need to worry about metal plating, just because you're like pretty much fully protected just by this. I mean, you could put metal plating right here to block the doors or maybe these windows, but other than that, you're actually pretty safe. Anyway, let's go and check out the other trains now. Also, if you haven't already, I just want to say please make sure to leave a like and smash that subscribe button. It really supports the channel. Also, if you need help getting bonds for the trains, I am actually giving away 1,000 bonds on my Discord server, so the link to that will be in the description below. But anyway, let's get right back to the video. Anyway, let's go over here and let's get equip the Gold Rush one. So this one is 250 bonds, which is pretty crazy. So anyway, there we go, let's go and equip it. So it says it's the exact same as the regular train, but just golden. But anyway, let's see if it looks cool. Also, the only way you can really flex in the lobby is where it says it above your head. So right here, it shows like how many like stars we have, and then it says your class, and then it says your train. So Gold Rush train. So that's pretty much the only way you can flex it. Other than that, there isn't really too much you can do with it. And there we go, we're now in the game, and look at this train. This train is actually looking pretty cool. A lot cooler than I thought, actually. But anyway, let's go and fuel it up and let's check it out. And look at that, even the bottom is golden. All right, that looks really cool. It doesn't look as cool whenever you're buying it, but in game, it's actually really shiny, and I would probably use this. And as we can see, it's exactly the same as a regular one. Like, it goes the same speed and uses the same amount of fuel, but as they were saying in the description, the only thing that's different is that it's golden. And yeah, that thing right there looks absolutely insane. So overall, this train right here is pretty cool, but let's go and move on to the coolest one. So the last train that we're gonna be looking at is the armored train right here, which costs 275 bonds, which to be honest is not that big of a jump from the previous ones, like 225, 250, and 275. So the jump isn't that big, but the main difference is how much slower and how much more fuel this one uses. But anyway, we have it equipped, so this thing should actually work crazy well for us. We're now in the game, and look at this train. This thing is already looking insane. To be honest, it doesn't look as covered as the cattle train because there are many holes. Luckily, we are able to jump out of them, which is convenient. But look at this train. As we can see, there is no gap here, so we can't like squeeze through. So we do need to go all the way to the back to actually hop on. So this train is looking pretty cool. And look at that, we can go ahead and control the turrets, and they already come with ammo loaded into them, which is awesome. So you don't even need guns at the start of the game. But if you get this train, you will probably still want metal plating. You'll probably want metal plating right here for the back, and maybe for the sides as well, because this train is very open. I mean, you're pretty secure over here, but I mean back here it's super open. Not as open as like the regular train, but still still more open than the cattle one, so I'm not too sure how I feel about that. But it does come with 2 turrets which already have ammo in them, which I think probably makes it worth it. Anyway, let's go and fuel it up. So let's see how fast it goes and how much fuel it uses. So anyway, let's hop in, and if this goes extremely slow, then it might not even be worth using. So far it looks like it's not too bad, and look at that. Yeah, we're not going too much slower. I'm pretty sure we usually go like 80, and right now we're going like 70, so it's not too much slower. The fuel consumption is all right. It looks like it's not too bad so far. I think if you're using this train, you might also want to use the conductor class just so it goes a bit faster, but overall it doesn't seem too bad. I did put 3 pieces of coal in there, but we are going a decent speed, and the fuel consumption doesn't seem terrible. I thought it would be a lot worse, so overall it doesn't seem too bad. But anyway, let's see if we can find some outlaws around here just so we can go and test on them, because that's the main thing this train is built for. And I definitely should have used the conductor class just so we would go a bit faster, and surprisingly I haven't ran into any outlaws just yet, so we haven't really been able to test like the bulletproofness of this, but we did manage to find a town right here. So let's go and hop out, let's go over to our turret, and let's just test it out. So I mean, this does make it a lot easier to wipe out towns because you don't even need to worry about like ammo. Well, I mean, I guess we will eventually run out of turret ammo just because we don't have too much, but I mean 100 starting off isn't too bad, and we are able to get more ammo at the towns. But anyway, let's just keep driving and let's try to find any outlaws. And we sadly ran out of fuel and we have no money, but what we can do is we can actually just kill these people and we can grab them. Actually, can we grab them? And no, we can't. I thought we can. And can we grab this? And no, we can't for some reason. All right, I don't know what's up with that. Well, never mind. It looks like we can't grab those, but it is currently nighttime, so hopefully something spawn, and then we can either sell them or use them for fuel because we have like no money right now. Anyway, I got more zombies and I did manage to find a piece of coal. So anyway, let's just go and toss them all in here, and now let's start driving. I was gonna say let's see how this train performs during night, but I mean anything in front of us is just gonna get ran over anyway, so it's not too much of a difference. But I still have yet to find any outlaws though. And there we go, we found a group of them right there. So let's go see how well this train performs. And oh, I forgot they don't shoot at us for some reason. And oh snap. Okay, well it looks like it's not that good because one of them somehow got in the train. And can we shoot him? And no, we can't. All right, well yeah, that is not good because one of them somehow got in the train with us. And look at that. I don't know why he can climb up there. But anyway, I can't really test out the bulletproofness though, just because for some reason the outlaws are glitched and they like don't shoot at us. But I think overall it's pretty decent. I would probably stick with the cattle train for now though, just because this one is slower and it does use more fuel, and I feel like the cattle train is overall more protected. This one does look really cool though, and it is probably better overall if you get more protection. Like if you put metal plating right here and then get more ammo for the turrets, then it'll probably be good. But just right off the bat, I wouldn't say it's the best. But anyway, those are all the new trains that they added in Dead Rows though, so that's gonna be all for this video. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.